Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to ya. Happy Sunday to ya. Happy Sunday. How are you? How is everybody? It is Sunday. I am excited because I just kind of have a lot going on, and I kind of have things like, a grasp on things finally, I should say. Let's see. So who do we have in the chat? Who do we have in the chat? Um, Welcome to everybody in the chat. I'm just going to get started with my weight loss and my week, and then we can go to the chat. How about that? I just want to stay focused because, I can kind of get in that chat and get lost. So I want to start there. So I can't believe this is my week. Oh, geez, Louise, this is my week 86. Can you believe that? Week 86. So if you've been following me from the start, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. And so I am just going to, start off talking about my week, and we'll make a prediction on my weight loss. I'll share my weight loss. We'll share your successes or challenges, and we're out of here. How about that? So this is week 86. I am on 12 milligrams. I'm going to talk about my side effects, my little exercise routine that I'm doing, and my hopefully weight loss. I don't know. I mean, geez, Louise, I say whatever your status is with this weight loss, it's frustrating when you're not losing. And I know, because I feel like I'm in that slow and steady. I'm in the turtle club with the weight loss here. But I say don't quit, because what I do know for a fact is that it adds up. It adds up. So I absolutely love that. All right. So let me just start off saying, I'm on 12.5. And the last time I left you guys, wait a minute. I feel like I'm having a great hair day. I just had to throw that in. As ladies, do you ever look in the mirror sometimes? And I'm looking at myself on this video, and I'm like, some days I'm like, geez, oh man, what is up with this hair? Today, I feel like I'm having a nice hair day. So I just had to shout myself out, because I don't always feel like that. So back to the side effects of it all. So one of the side effects I'm continuously having is when I take that injection, I'm feeling a little bit of, like not like a pain, but like I feel it in my back. It's not like a pain. It doesn't ache, but it just is a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling. I always get that when I take my injection. I have moved my injection officially to Thursday. I may even move it to Friday, because I think you got to tweak things. I always say, as you go along on this journey, I think you have to tweak things, and you have to make it work for you. And so, because I'm, over the summer, I was easy breezy, lemon squeezy on that Wednesday, and even at the end of the year. But now at the beginning of the year, if you're an educator, if you're in any, employment that has a break and then you start back, of course, it picks up. Your body has to get used to the new schedule. You have to get used to the changes. And, it was just a lot to get adjusted to. So when I tweak my medication day, is based solely on, just work and how I'm feeling at work. And next week at work, I have such a busy schedule. So, so I think I might even take that injection on Friday, and move my injections to Friday, just because, I have a lot going on. And, sometimes I leave here at, 5, now I'm up at 5:30, and then I don't get home until 5:30, and some nights later than that. So that's a long day for me. And then you guys know I'm on here, 3 days a week, and then I have an 8-year-old, and then I, have a 76-year-old. And so I am very busy. And so, one of the things I thought about is trying to manage these side effects made me managing my time a little bit better. And so I already told you what I plan to do is Tuesday, Thursday. That's just dedicated to my daughter. That's her homework. Those are her homework days, and just her time. And so, and then anything I need to do for my dad and with my dad, if we could do it on a Tuesday, great. But, he doesn't cooperate. It's whenever he needs to do it. And that's fine. That is what I am here 4. So I just that plays into it. And so then I have the fatigue going on, and the fatigue is usually the first day or two. And so that is exactly why I would be moving my injection back to a Friday. Because when I started off on a Friday. I thought it was great to go into my weekend, because that's, the days if I was tempted to, give into the cravings or had a craving, it was really scaled back by, taking that injection on the weekend. And then somebody told me, and I think I don't know if I heard a doctor say this or not, but some people told me that, if you take it on a Wednesday, by the weekend, it really kicks in. And I thought Wednesdays were fine. Whatever day you choose is fine for you if it works for you. But I'm just realizing, over time that I need to go back to maybe that Friday. So right now it's Thursday. I may move it to Friday. And I'm just going by how my body feels and what I can accomplish within a week, which is obviously a lot. I've always been, able to get a lot done and be a multitasker, but, we will see. So I'm just going to also talk about, my exercise, so the last time we spoke, I told you guys, my goal was to exercise before I leave for school in the morning, and I still have not been able to do that. I have not. So I've been arming myself and going to school with my little tennis shoes on. And so I have Mel who checks in on me, and she'll call me or text me and say, this is just a gentle reminder to remind you, to get your exercise in. And so I sent her a picture of my tennis shoes. She's probably like, this girl has a lot of tennis shoes. I'll send her pictures of my tennis shoes and letting her know, like, yeah. And I actually have a pair at school that I leave just in case I forget, so that it's a no excuse on. So I've just been up and moving a little bit more at school, and during the brain breaks that my kids do, I play music. I let them dance for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Just to take a break. And so all those times add up, right, that I'm doing throughout the day. And we do this, every 30 minutes. Sometimes I might go 45 minutes, but I want the kids up and moving just to, wake them up, get them moving, having some fun, just giving their brain a break, because I work them hard. I'm a taskmaster, so they're working hard. So we're up breaking, and it's to the point now where if I'm not doing it on every song, they're like, "Oh, why aren't you dancing? Get up, get up!" So they're my little nudge to remind me. But remember, I'm doing this throughout my 6 to 7 hour and 7.5 hour day, right? So I'm not just doing it one time. So I am moving. So I am gonna actually still make that a goal, because I do want to do it before the work day starts. And somebody said to me, well, it doesn't matter when you exercise as long as you get it in. Of course, this is like a personal goal for myself. I feel more accomplished when I do it in the morning. But things come up, that I just can't do it in the morning. I feel like I, want to get up and get started. And then my daughter may, I may wake her up and she's may not be feeling so hot, or, she's been having some nosebleeds. She's been having a lot of things going on. She's been having a runny nose, like all of that. I don't think people think, back to when you have a younger one, basically you're on their schedule. They're not really on yours. Don't tell her I said that. So sometimes I wake up with all the best intentions, and then something goes awry, and it's not because I'm waking her up. She wakes up. So that's the thing about this treadmill. Treadmills are great, but they're just kind of loud. So, and it's super loud, because I have a Peloton treadmill, and I mean it is high performing, I believe, but all the treadmills, they just make a little bit of a noise. So I think I'm going to get a walking pad. And I'm trying to find the quietest walking pad known to man. And so if you know one, let me know. And so when I, say I got this walking pad, it's super quiet. If you're interested, click on that link, because I'm doing research now. And I've talked to people and seen the ones that they have. And I'm not, going for like the cheapest or the best known to man, but I am going for the quietest known to man. So that is important to me. And if it could hold up, 220 some odd pounds, that's really all I care about, other than it being quiet, right? It doesn't have to be state of the art and all of that. So I wonder what you guys are doing for your exercise. What are you doing? I'm strength training the 3 days a week. That's always there, right? That's one thing I like to do. I'm going to get that in. I'm going to, use those weights. But what I am working on is the cardio of it all, right? The cardio of it all. And so that's what I'm working on. And so I just really want to, hone in on that visceral fat. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm adding more cardio on, because I want to hone in on that visceral fat. And another thing I'm doing with my eating now, we know we talked last week about OMAD, and I know some people are doing the OMAD diets and all of that. Or what lifestyle, I don't know if you call it a lifestyle, because are you going to do that forever, ever, forever, ever? So I don't know, but for me, it's not a lifestyle. I just think it really, when you're fasting and not eating, and I have to be careful because I'm pre-diabetic, not diabetic, but I'm pre-diabetic now. So I have to be careful that I'm not, having those highs and lows. But I do think it's value in not eating and, fasting when you can. And so, and just at a cellular level, if nothing else, but also for that visceral fat. And I think that's why my visceral fat went down, because on the weekends I was fasting. So I just took it up a notch. Last week I did the OMAD diet. I'm gonna have to share my experience for that day. I did that for the one day, and I didn't eat, I think, till 6 p.m. And I felt amazing. It felt good. I felt energized. And so as of today, right now, I have not eaten a thing. It is, what time is it? It's 16 minutes past 2, and I have not eaten anything today. And I am really not hungry. When I cooked breakfast for my daughter, I was cooking breakfast for my daughter, and when I was doing that, I was thinking like, I want to nibble on this and that, and I just did not. So I am very proud of myself, because I'm not a big egg fan, but even the eggs looked good that I made for her. So, but I did not eat that. I did not eat. I didn't eat. So I plan to eat after this live. That'll be my first time eating, and that'll be probably like in another hour. At the least, another hour I'll be eating, and I have to cook that, right? I have to prepare that. So I love meal prepping. That's what I do. That gets me through my week. So for dinner, I'm thawing out my salmon now. So I'm gonna have salmon. I'm gonna make about 4 or 5 sweet potatoes to carry me through the week. And I don't mind heating up food. People will say, I don't like leftovers. Well, I feel like that's what you're doing when you're eating frozen meals, right? When you're eating a frozen meal and thawing it out, that's somebody had already prepared it, and now you're reheating it, basically, right? Unless you're cooking it from scratch, but it still has been preserved in some way, whether it be the freezer or whatever mechanism. So and I realize everything doesn't taste great, reheated, but this does. So I'm having salmon, I'm having sweet potatoes, and I'm having broccoli. And I made my broccoli already. So I did make the broccoli. So everything else is, I have to figure it out for the lunch. That's going to be my dinner. That's what I'm going to eat. Now, when I get off this live, I'm not eating that. That's meal prepping for the next week. So when I get off this live, I think I'm just going to eat I have some wingdings, and, I eat a little bit of a higher calories on Sunday to kind of balance my week out. So I'm going to have some wingdings and enjoy those babies. I think I'm going to make a little bit of a salad on the side with just lettuce, a sprinkle of cheese on it, and the best dressing of all time, which is that Blushes red wine vinaigrette. I think that's what it's called. It's the strawberry flavor. It is delicious. So that's what I'm doing for my eating. I have to figure out lunch. Breakfast, I have those Sola bagels. They're 30 grams of fiber. They're 30 grams of fiber. Can you believe that? Yesterday, I tried to eat the whole thing for the 30 grams of it all, and I only could eat half of it. So, but I put like some cream cheese with chives, and I have everything. I have the everything bagels now that I'm finishing up, and then I'll go into the blueberry of it all. And so I'm pretty excited. So I'll eat that with a couple of slices of turkey bacon, and that's my breakfast. And then for lunch, I haven't figured out lunch yet. So I have to figure out what I'm doing for lunch. But anyway, it'll be something that I can prep. I think it's going to be tuna, because I have tuna, and I think I'll have tuna with a little bit of crackers and like make it into like a tuna salad. I have a carb mission wrap that has 15 grams of fiber per wrap. So I think I'm going to just put my tuna, scoop it in there, put some, I like, the French's mustard to add on there, and I'll put some lettuce, and I'm good to go with my eating. So I think that's what I'm doing for the week. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So, my mind shift has changed, I'm slow and steady. I'm embracing that. That is what it is. It is what it is. I'm slow and steady with my weight loss, and I'm feeling good about, my body. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm feeling like I'm embracing my curves. And I feel like, I still have like some lumps and bumps and and things going on, but I am embracing my curves. And so I'm loving that. So I'll show you when I reveal, what my weight, what my weight is for today. I'll show you how, I said I'm trying to get that like not a Coke bottle because I'm far from that, but I'm trying to get curve in, right? I'm trying to get those curves in, and that means my midsection. And so I'm really going to try to hone in on that midsection. And I know you can't spot reduce when you lose weight. It's so funny how people tell you in the comments. Sometimes you may say something and people tell you like you just never heard of it and don't know. And sometimes, when you're up here, you're talking and you don't always elaborate. But I know you can't spot reduce, but that's still a reason why they have exercises for abs in different parts of the body, because if that's the case, we wouldn't have any of those, right? So you do want to target some sort of area. So I do realize, though, it's the weight loss of it all. But you do target some areas that you want to build muscle into it. So if any of this muscle can knock out some of this fat, that's what I'm aiming for. That is what I'm aiming for. So and finally, what's working for me on my GLP-1 journey is really being consistent. That is what's working for me. Being consistent, doing, what I'm supposed to do, which is all the things more than I'm not. That's really it. It is no secret. I don't really have a secret, magic to anything I'm doing, anything in life that I'm doing, and I'm winning at it. I am doing it. I'm winning at it because I'm consistent. And the mind shift for me has been slow doesn't mean never. Slow and steady wins the race. That's great. And I love that because that is true, because I feel like I'm winning on this GLP-1 weight loss journey, even if I'm not losing. If I'm not losing every week, I have so many other things that I could point to that it's working well. But I say slow does not mean never. And that means if your weight loss is slow or non-existent for some months and months at a time, that doesn't mean that it's not going to ever be a point to where you don't lose. So when that happens, you just kind of have to reset and refocus and, tweak some things. I love saying that because I do. I tweak things all the time. So with that said, let's go into the chat and let me know, what do you think I did this week? I see a lot of my friends up in here. What do you guys think I did for the week? What do you think my weight loss is for the week? Are you predicting, did I lose, did I gain, or did I maintain? Did I lose, gain, or maintain? And what do you think? Some people even get bold to say and tell me how much they think I lost or gained. Or if what do you think? I am interested to know. Geez, Louise. All right, so Bill Flower says that I am down. Okay, thank you for the vote of confidence. Okay, let's see. Did my thighs agree with that? Geez, Louise. Simply Taisha is saying I lost. JC is saying 0.8 or 1.3. Ooh, I love the point this and the point that. 1.2 pounds down. Okay, and Cookie is saying I've lost. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys these lights, the lights, camera, and action of it all has me warm. I'm going to turn on my, oh, geez, I can't turn on my fan. Wait a second. I'm going to turn on my fan. Oh gosh, I got a bunch of packages. I got my Ayuga that came in. I got my Amazon finds for Amazon Prime up in there. So I am ready. Okay, Lakeisha says I lost. Michelle's Mira says I lost. Mayor Mindy says I lost. Downsizing Diva. Not did your thighs agree with that? Yes. Okay. All right. So here it is. Here is my weight loss for the week, or gain or maintain. Jeez, Louise. Oh, Diva. Okay. All right. Let me take this off. Let me take this banner off. Jeez, Louise. All right, here we go. On the count of three. Uno, dos, tres. Bam. Mel is not here yet to correct my Spanish. Here we go. Geez, Louise. Okay, so I was 228.2 October 5th. I am 227. I like how it went down into the sevens. I'm 227.6. Now, hopefully my math is correct. You know, my 53-year-old eyes have been doing its own thing for the last week or so here. But my non-scale victories is I'm still wearing my iYuga gear. It is tight fitting. And, you know, I don't do tight. So the fact that I'm wearing that out and about and all around town, I am just loving it. I bought some new iYuga things. So I'm excited to try those on. I might have to have a photo shoot up in here to take some pictures. But I'm down 0.6 pounds. 0.6, not even a pound, but that's okay. I'll take it. So that brings my total to 78.8. And, you know, it's so funny. Have you guys ever, and I'm sure this has happened to not just me, but this is so funny. You know, I got on the scale and I said, wait a second. Let me make sure my little packages are down. So have you guys ever got on the scale and okay, have you guys ever got on the scale and thought, okay, I know I lost more than that. So I got on the scale and then I got back off and I was like, wait a minute. I know I lost more than that. I got back on the scale and it said the exact same thing. I was a little disappointed, but that's okay. That's okay because those pounds are adding up, those ounces, the pounds, all of it is going to add up. So I was like, okay, I got to be okay with this. And then I just, you know what made me feel better? I thought I was having a great hair day. All right, so I'm going to show you guys, you know, this is a non-scale victory. You know, I didn't necessarily, you know, get that 2-pound loss that I'm looking for, but that's okay. You know, I did get a little bit of a loss. So I am going to show you guys, wait a minute, hold up. I'm going to show you how I'm looking. Louise, I got all these. Okay, so remember, I'm trying to get this inward thing going. Look. So I'm trying to. Can you see that? Can you see how it's coming in for the Diva? Let me see. I'm gonna button this up. I remember I could really not fit this. Look at my belly. But so you see how I'm trying to come in. I'm going in, and I'm gonna go hard. I go hard. You know that song. So I'm trying to go in. I want that shape that where you go in, and then, you know, I'm just gonna have these hips. You know, I always tell you guys, my mom, you know, was a size 2, 4, maybe sometimes a 6 on the heavier side for her, and she always had that shape. Like those hips are bam. She always had like a nice bootay. So I think I am blessed in that category. I don't think I'm gonna be having a sporting a flat behind anytime soon, but you know, I was worried because I'm on these lives a lot. And I was like, all this sitting, what is this doing? So, you know, that's one of the things I do. I get up beside my bed and do the squat. So, you know, and because I'm not like the lady for the exercise and, you know, that is talking about it, all that, like that, showing it. When they were doing the squat challenge, I was like, oh, that's so cool. I could really be doing that. You know, I've already been doing squats and stuff, but I just thought it was so cool to see that. So hopefully, you know, you got to do it over time. So I know people are doing it for 7 days, but hopefully you keep that into your routine, because if you want those round buns like I have right now, you want to make sure you keep that going. Okay, so I'm putting on my glasses so I can see these profile pics up close. That's really the real reason I'm doing it. I can see, but you know, my eyes have been deceiving me here lately. I don't know what in the world is going on. So let me see who is up in this chat. You know, okay, I went to the top. Lakeisha, how are you? Lakeisha, she says, hi, Dee and everyone. Happy Sunday. We got my girl Cookie up in the house with the dimples. You know, my daughter told me the other day she thought I had dimples. I said, are you just saying that? And she's like, no, I think you're having dimples coming in. So I'll take that. And that was me. I was going to the restroom when we started. Mayor Mindy says, hey, walking the track indoors while listening. Mindy, you are such a good exercise multitasker. We got JC. She says, this will be a good topic. I'll be in the garden, but listening. All right, very good. And you know, JC, I was listening to your video. Your video was the one I was listening to this morning while I was cooking breakfast for my daughter. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is so cool. You know, hearing the perspective from a type 1 diabetic. I think it's your 3-month update. I thought it was awesome. Awesome. So kudos to you. Let me give you some confetti because you are over there doing it. And, you know, I wonder, if Eli and Lilly they're doing studies, maybe they have done studies and I just don't know, of people who are type 1 diabetic and their experience taking these medications. So yeah, so I just love that. So very good. All right, so let's see. We have, who else do we have? Brenda Marlene. She says, "Happy Sunday, Dee Dee and friends." Hey, Miss Brenda, how are you? Let's see. She says, "JC, I don't know. I know what you mean. I pretty much don't leave the recliner doing the lies." FOMO. I know that would be me too. And sometimes I have to do that because I'm always multitasking, doing something. Wait a minute. Did I see Joe? Joe, she said, "Lakeisha got here first. One of these days, I'm going to get there." Yeah, it's so funny, Joe. It used to be simply Taisha was always the first one in here. No, was it Lakeisha? It was Lakeisha. It was Lakeisha, and then it was simply Taisha, and then it was back to Lakeisha, and then Mel got in on it. And then so now it's just a hodgepodge. One day, I'll never forget this. One of the subscribers, they're never really in the live. So they are just watching. And they're never in the chat. But this one subscriber was like, "I am so excited for this." I think it was on a Wednesday live. And they were like, "I am so excited for this." And it was the night before at like 9 o'clock. And some kind of way on StreamYard, it deleted. If you put something in too early, we're realizing it deletes it out. I don't know why, but that was so funny. But if you still do that, I could see it. Sometimes people have signed up for the memberships like the day before they come on the live, if it's scheduled, and they sign up and then they join the membership. So that's cool. So that's cool to like open up your StreamYard and to have somebody join the membership. I absolutely love that. All right, so she says, "Hey, Diva, Downsizing Diva. Hi, Divalicious fam. Lovely to see you all. Hey, Joe from the UK. All right, we have Sin. How are you, Sin? So Sin just reminded me, on my community post, I have to do I have to put up something for Bellflower, and also Mel. I don't know, she's putting it up or sending me something, but Mel might be on here a little bit later. But I'm putting up things on the community post, and you know what? I couldn't figure out how even to get to see what people were putting up on those community posts. Like, I'm like, how can I not see it? And everybody else saw it. So a couple people said, Sin posted on the community post, and I was like, well, I can't see it. And then I thought because I was logged in as myself. And then I realized that I just need to go set up something. So if something you put up there gets deleted, and I was like, anybody could just put anything up on your post. And so I need to like moderate that a little bit better. And so I wonder if somebody put like a inappropriate photo, what would happen? And not that Sin did. Sin, you are looking fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Thank you for sharing. She went and she bought some Ayuga things with my code, and we doubled up a code even. And she posted up there, and you are looking fabulous. So I'm going to give you some confetti because you look good. You know that song, DeBarge is in my head for some reason, but you wear it well, dun, 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 dun. You wear it well, you wear it well. That reminds me of that. So anybody else, if you bought some Ayuga and you wanted me to put it on my community post, somebody else emailed me about putting something on my community post. So I need to get that up. I won't promise I'll do it today. I kind of have like a busy schedule today, but I should get to it tomorrow. And that just reminds me, I've been putting out videos. I have so many videos in the what do you call those, in the can. So I have so many videos in the can, and I need to go back and look at those videos because and put those videos out. So I might put out another one tonight if it doesn't come out tonight. I always say if it interferes with my sleep, I'll put it out tomorrow. So I'm going to put that out and the video out tonight. And so, yeah, I've been doing them back to back to back. That's because I have the videos. I just don't always have time to edit and to get them out. And then I was having trouble with last week. My editor wasn't working. It was just a whole big to do. So anyway, so you might think like, oh, she's putting out these videos. These videos have been recorded. So that's why my weight loss might be a little bit different. And I'll just add the weight loss to the screen. But it might say like I'm 77 pounds down when I'm really now 78.8 pounds. Am I 78.8 pounds down? So yeah, so but I need to get these videos out. All right, so let's see. We have Michelle's Mira. She says, hello, Dee and chat. We got Bellflower. She says, happy Sunday, Dee, divas and dudes. All right, we got Z. She says, happy Sunday, Dee and chat. Hope everyone is doing well. People are saying hello to each other. Let's see, who else do we have in here? Bellflower says, please remember to like and subscribe to Diva's friends. Yes, and we have 41 people watching, so hopefully they're subscribing. You said, oh, beautiful at Bellflower. Hope you're having a great hair day as our Dee is. Yes. You know, when you think you're having a great hair day, I just thought that's a great feeling for me anyway. Let's see. People are saying hello. Cookie says, I'm having a fair hair day. Okay, we'll take fair. We'll take fair. You said, I just got up to go get some water and my shorts fell off of me. You said, I really need to shut the curtains in the house for such embarrassing moments like these. Oh, good thing you're not a teacher. You know, the embarrassing thing teachers do is I've seen teachers get up, and this has almost happened to me too. They go to the bathroom and then they come out and their skirt. That's one of the reasons why I stopped wearing long skirts. You know, your skirt is still tucked up in the back. I've seen that happen to so many teachers. It is so embarrassing, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're going to give you some confetti because the shorts fell off. That's because you are doing it. You are doing it and doing it and doing it well over there with that weight loss. We love it. Poor baby Dee. Hope her nosebleeds start to subside. Yes. And I don't know if she's picking her nose or what she's doing, but yeah, she'll wake up and then she panics when she sees the blood of it all. So then it's just kind of like, you know, you got to calm her down and all of that. It's just, geez, Louise. The good news is you are inside as opposed to outside getting the mail. I agree. Traveling T, how are you? How are you? Look at that cute. Is that a puppy? Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. Look at that. I love it. You're doing OMAD forever, forever. All right, very good. I say, you know, if it's something you could do and it's sustainable long term, isn't that the key word? That reminds me of Patrice Denise. I feel like she is the queen of sustainable. Right. I remember her saying that when I first started my journey, in February of 2024. So if it's something you can do for a long time, I think that's great. Right. And so if you can do that, Joe, very good. I love that. I love how she said forever, ever. Yeah, she says that's what you're saying. It makes you feel incredible. Yes, I did feel good. Now I don't know if I could keep it going. I told you it's something about work that just makes me want to eat. Makes me want to chew and even beyond the gum because I've tried the gum of it all. I'm putting together patio furniture and doing yard work. Right now, I'm listening to you while painting a 55-foot bridge for the backyard. Well, let's give you some confetti. Geez, Louise, that's like that active rest, right? You're not actually exercising, but you're moving and grooving. I love that. So you're burning those calories doing that. Geez, Louise. Let's see. Oh, today's a salmon day for several of us. Oh, I love the salmon. Jeez Louise. Thank you for the reminder. Dee, she's giving me a gentle correction. While your A1C is currently sitting in the pre-diabetic range, you are a diabetic. Yes, I am a diabetic. I still am a diabetic, but I love to say I'm in the pre-diabetic range. It's being controlled by Mounjaro and your lifestyle. Once a type 2 diabetic, always a type 2 diabetic. You and me both. Yes. But I don't really like to say that because I feel like you get words you give power to. So I know technically they say that, but I like to say I'm in the pre-diabetic range. So I meant to say I'm no longer in the diabetic range. So I know that. That's what I say when people correct you when you're saying things. It's like not like I don't know, but thank you, Mindy, so we can clear that up for the other folks. But I'm never going to say I'm a diabetic because I think that gives it power. And I know people who have gotten out of the diabetic range without Mounjaro or a GLP-1. I do. It just couldn't be me because my brain and my situation needed a little bit more support than that. So thank you for that, Mira Mindy. Let's give her some confetti. If you hear me saying though that I'm a type 2 diabetic, I'm gonna correct myself because I don't really want to say that Now, if I had type 1, that would be different because, the reason why you're a type 1 is different than the reason why you're a type 2. So, and I feel like because I'm a type 2 diabetic, it's because of my lifestyle. It's because of the choices I was making. Now, I do need Mounjaro to help me with that. But I don't know, Mindy. I think when people say that they can't control it without the diabetes, not the obesity. But when people say they can't control it without the Mounjaro, I say you had not been able to control it up to that point. We don't really know if you ever would have not been able to control it. We just know up to that point you haven't been able to control it. So that's just a different perspective for me. If you know me personally, I'm a person who the cup is always half full. The cup is never half empty, So if I was like stuck in a tunnel, I'm going to envision how I'm going to get out of it. I'm not going to be one of those people like the tunnel. Oh gosh, I'm never going to get out of it. So I just like to look at it that way. But thank you, though. You are right. There is no cure for diabetes. There is no cure, but you can manage it if you, have a healthier lifestyle with your eating and exercise. So I do know that, but I am going to not claim it because, like I say, I think words have power more than we know. All right. So where did I leave off at? Where's Mayor Mindy's comment? So I can scroll down. Where is it? Mindy, I lost you. See, when you give confetti, you go back off on the other. Okay, here you go, Mayor Mindy. Brenda, I need to see this bridge. I need a small one for the creek in front of the coop. Okay, I love that. JC says salmon is a staple for me. I have a couple of dishes I'm making this week with salmon. I love salmon. I got that whole bag down there from Whole Foods. Okay, I ate a whole bagel yesterday and today. Very good. Was it a sola bagel or no? I like that one because it has like all that fiber. It's a little gooey. I will say it's a little gooey. I put it in the toaster oven and toast it, get it just right. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I love that. Let's see. I want to be Simply Taisha. How are you? I'm over here looking at this chat and I forgot I didn't see you earlier in here. So happy Sunday, Taisha. All right, let's see. You want to be number 8 like me. Number 8. How am I number 8? I don't know. How am I number 8? I feel like this is my lighting is so off. Let me pull this closer to me. I'm gonna have to hook up that webcam. I've been putting that off. Maybe I would say commit to doing that on tomorrow or Tuesday. No, can't do it Tuesday, Wednesday. Tonight. Because I'm live on Wednesday, right? So I got to commit to doing that soon here. M to the B to the P. I love it. She says, happy Sunday, Dee Dee and everyone. And who else do we have in here? I'm scrolling down. Okay, these are the predictions. Wait a minute. Hold up. This is my Miss Sunshine. She says, hello, Miss Sunshine. Dee Dee, it's great to see you. You lost 1.2 pounds this week. I'm headed to walk outside and continue listening. Well, no, probably like half of that. But thank you for the vote of confidence. Sandra. So Sandra, you are one of my other weight loss twins. Where are you at in your journey? I don't want to say, because I don't want to say, I have a prediction of where I think you are, but I don't want to say if you're not there. So if you want to share, like, what is your weight total? Because we were neck and neck and I'm truly slow and steady. So you may have just passed me up. All right. So people are saying, congratulations. Thank you, everybody. Sandra, did Sandra call it? I didn't see that. Wait a minute. Let me go back up here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I missed it. Sandra. Here she is. She did 0.6. Yes, love it. Very good. We are twinning. She says, I have been listening. Okay. Very good. Congrats. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Very good. Okay, nailed it because we are twins. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I said she knows. Amazing. Congratulations, Dee Dee. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. I appreciate that. Wait a minute. Hold up. We got Anne. How are you, Anne? She says, my first live. Greetings from Finland. Wow, wow, wow. Hi, Diva and family. Well, greetings to you. Thank you for stopping in. So, can you tell us, are you on a weight loss journey? Are you on a health journey? And when I say health versus weight loss, I realize some people, don't have a lot of comorbidities necessarily where they're trying to, they're on a health journey to do this and do that. Some of us just, want to just flat out lose weight, right? And everything else is so far okay. So what are you doing? What are you doing? What is your journey like? What's going on with you? Are you just stopping in to say hello? All right, she says, look at that shape. Thank you, Cinch. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that shape going. Listening while driving. Doris, how are you? How are you? Hourglass is coming for you. I'm hoping so. Hourglass all the way. Thank you. Thank you. You look sensational. Thank you, Joe. I'm feeling sensational too today. She says, okay, Cinch. Harjareen. Look at that. Simply Taisha. And Simply Taisha, the sad part about this is I don't always show it. I wear bigger clothes, which you guys can see. I'm wearing some bigger clothes. And so I don't always show, how I'm, coming in there. So it's nice that I'm coming on here because this motivates me to like put on some of the things that I wouldn't wear outside. I probably wouldn't even wear this outside because I would think it was too tight. Isn't that crazy? That's why I'm proud of myself for wearing that Ayuga because now I do have like some other stretch pants and things like that. But I wasn't wearing it out and about as much, so now I kind of am. So thank you. Baby Dee Dee is the best cheerleader ever. She is. She is. All right, we got 37 watching, 14 likes. Please remember to like and subscribe. Yes, yes, yes. So Jace, she says, thank you, Dee Dee, for your feedback. They are doing studies for type 1. They are just worried about hyperglycemia, but hopefully soon. Okay, okay. Very good. Oh my goodness. I can just imagine. Okay, you guys, let's see. People are talking about the can't get in the first if she's mid-plane. So funny. Okay, I'm scrolling down, scrolling down. Wait a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, she says, I did it, Dee Dee. I put it up there right before your live. I posted my Ayuga haul on your community post. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad you did. I love that. I love that. Very good. She says, I bought two of these pink, two outfits, one pink and one blue from your color. Thank you. Is that what you were doing the plank in? You were doing that plank in the pink. I said, she is dialed up. That's what I'm talking about, diva style. That would be me. That would be me. I would have an outfit. I would be on there doing, trying to be cute. You got to be true to yourself. That would totally be me doing doing that plank. But you were looking good, and I saw all those comments. I think I made a comment. I saw all those comments of people saying, "You looking good." They were talking about the outfit more than the plank. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Perfectly, Pamela. How are you? She says, hey, Dee Dee. Hello, everyone. Kate, how are you, Kate? Kate, what is going on with those Mariners? I started to email you that because I want to know. What is going on with the Mariners? Mariners, are they still in it to win it? All right, so I see people are saying hello, hello, hello. Harjareen said she was going to do salmon, but her son came down and took us out to breakfast. So mealtime over for me for today because you're on the OMAD. Geez, Louise. Well, I think you are you drinking protein shakes and, of course, water and drinks, right? You can drink after that. All right, very good. We were standing for most of those 15 innings, 5-hour nights on Friday. What? So, hey, they won. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness. I love that for you. I love that for you. We are going to give you some confetti because your team is winning. And I'm going to say Kate is just like a true she's like a true just support her. I mean, she comes in here when the day she can't go on, she can't come to the live. Since this has started, she's coming here and just said hello, have a great live, stopping in to say hello. And that's what I'm talking about. I love that support and that just being thoughtful. I appreciate that. So I am wishing your team luck. And you know what? You are doing it and doing it. They are doing it and doing it and doing it well. They have some great fans because, I mean, you have been on it, on it. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right, Kate. So we're wishing them continued success. I have missed seeing you, but the Mariners need you more. They love the energy, I'm sure, coming from that crowd. Oh my goodness. All right, all right, all right. Fairy Godmother Kate. Oh, I know. I love that. Wait a second. Kate, I have something to watch other than Matlock. Wait, what about what? So I love Matlock. That's like a little unknown DD fact. I love Matlock. I've probably seen every episode. So what do you mean the season premiere? Wait, are you talking about of the older episodes or are there new? And I don't think he's still living. Is Matlock still living? Cookie, do tell, because that is my jam. I love me some Matlock. I'm telling you, I got all if for some reason after I retire being a teacher, I feel, I was gonna go into real estate and change my mind. And just because I thought I don't want a whole nother career. And then I was gonna do something else with it. And I still have that because I, actually took some trainings and stuff, paid some money to learn about some of these things. But so I may go to that because I'm still young. 53 is still young, right? But if I wasn't an educator, I would be a lawyer. And I have actually represented some folks. Drafting documents and things like that for people. So yeah, and I have a couple of lawyer friends, a friend that's a judge. Like, I can't believe she's a judge. Have you ever had a friend that became a judge? She's a magistrate, and she actually became a judge, and I just can't believe it. I'm like, I have a friend, I know somebody that I could call if I needed help that is an actual judge. So that is cool. So I might go into law, who knows? When I graduated from college, I'll never forget. I tell my daughter this story. You can share this with anybody you're trying to inspire. There was a lady who was 60 years old who graduated. I'll never forget that. I mean, I cried tears of joy for her and her family. She was in my class and she graduated at 60 at a 4-year university because she, just wanted to. She always wanted to go to school. She couldn't go the times with her kids and, her marriage. She had struggles and she went back and she started a second career for herself. So I just love that. So that just goes to show you it's never too late. So when I say I could still be a lawyer, you guys might be thinking, Dee Dee, sit down, you're 53. Well, look at that lady. Look at that lady. All right, Carrie Ann. She says, hi, everyone in the house. Happy Sunday. Carrie Ann, I'm going to give you some confetti just because I am so excited to see your cute face with the braids up in here. I remember that profile pic because you always look like you're laid back, kicking in, enjoying the ride. You remember that? You remind me of that Escape song. Like, you just look like you're cruising. I love it. Carrie Ann, how are you? How are you? It's good to see you in here. And I know you say you're listening, but I love to see when you come in the chat and just say hello. So I appreciate that. JC says yes and no, yes and no with type 2. She says there are more genetics related to type 2 and not just lifestyle. All diabetes is something that requires management. Yes. You said there could be more genetics related to type 2, and it could be, but for me, like, nobody else. Does anybody else in my family have it? I take that back. They could have. They do. Other people in my family do have it, but for me, it was my lifestyle. I know that for sure. So I really wish that they would do more. If they would do more research with these medications, because the fact that you're on it as a type 1, I think that is great. I was, surprised that somebody that was a type 1 was on it. What is Mayor Mindy saying? Mayor Mindy, she says, I gotta listen to Mayor Mindy. I say I'm type 2. That doesn't give it power. And it's not just because of the lifestyle. No guilt, is genetic. I'm not gonna deny my disease. I have to stay vigilant. Words do have power. Yeah, and so for me too, but I'm just the opposite. I just think the opposite way. And I don't know that mine are genetics because my mom didn't have it. Did my dad? My dad may have had it. Maybe it is, could be. So it could be, but I don't think so. I'm going to investigate that, Mayor Mindy. I'm going to investigate that and see. But no, I'm trying to think of other people in my family. Like, there's really not a big history. And my dad's also was lifestyle. It was lifestyle. So if it's lifestyle, how do you determine if it's lifestyle versus genetics too? I wonder. I'm gonna ask. That's a question for my doctor to ask, because I go this month. I'm excited in a couple weeks. But for me, words have power. So when you say you are something, you are that, right? So I don't want to say that. So that's just, it's just, opposite thinking. If it works for you, it works for you. But this has worked for me for 53 years, and I'm gonna keep it going. I'm not claiming it. But does that mean I'm not gonna be thinking about it, trying to do something about it and all that? No, it doesn't mean that. So I think that's great. I think however you look at it. And aren't you the one who says everybody, what do you say, Mindy? Your quote is everybody is different and everybody is different. And then when people throw your quotes back at you, you know how that goes. There is a saying that says something a little similar to that, but I love yours. I love yours. So I'm gonna give you some confetti because I love it. Words do have power. At least we could agree on that. I love it. Okay, well, where we at, Mayor Mindy? I sent you pictures and a link to Amazon for the one I bought. I'll do it on Instagram. Okay, all right, very good. Oh, I'm gonna have things in my community post. I love that. And my community post was so bare, and a lot of it is because I don't really know how to use it. I don't know. You said 8. And you're shaped like an hourglass. Yeah, I'm trying to get that shape. I'm trying to come in. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm going in. All right, here we go. Rebecca. She says, hey, everybody. I just want to thank everyone for their encouragement last week, as I just turned 69 on the 10th. And I have 1 year left to meet my goal of going under 200 and trying to meet my goal of 175. Yes, 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 yes. And I have a feeling you're going to do it. You are going to do it. And I love how you're not like me and gave yourself like a time limit, or did you? I think remember you making a comment before, Rebecca. And one of the things I loved is that you didn't give yourself a time to do it. And we'll see. Like, my thought process is a little different, and I imagine we all are. And my thought process is I have to give myself a goal, like a tangible goal, like a time. And I think it's the teacher in me, right? All my thinking has been shaped by the thinking of being an educator and what I'm, trying to instill in kids and adults, because I've also taught adults too. So I guess that's where my thinking. So if my thinking's a little off, let's blame it on the education system of it all, Mindy. So Rebecca, I think that's awesome. Have you given yourself a time day? What do you call that? A time that you're going to get to this 175. And if you haven't, I think that is great. I wish I could be more like that, to be honest. I wish I could say like, oh, Diva, don't give yourself a timeline. But for me, that's like the little thing that kind of gets me going. And I might be one of those people that, like, I'm like in the fourth quarter, I pull it out. For quarters 1 through 3, I'm just hanging in there, and I'm slow and steady. And then that fourth quarter, man, I'm pulling it out, trying to reach that goal. So that has always worked for me. And that might not be the best way, that might not be your way, but that's just the way I am wired. What is that about? I don't know. But it has worked for me. So Rebecca, congratulations to you. I love that. So you said in 1 year, you have 1 year. Oh, wait, you did say you got 1 year left to meet your goal. So you gave yourself a whole year. I love it. And I have 1 year left to meet my goal of going under 200. Okay. All right. Very good. So you gave yourself a long time. I remember I gave myself, when I first started, I was thinking in 6 months, I'm going to be down 100. That was my flawed thinking when I started this journey. It was just kind of flawed. I just never knew that it was going to take me a longer time. I just thought you take the medicine and it melts right off. And nothing is like that for me. Nothing is like quick, fast, and in a hurry for me at all. I have to give myself some little fire. Even, to Mayor Mindy and anybody else that's type 2 diabetic, even my type 2 has taken a while. It's slow and steady going down. I didn't have that sharp go down like everybody else. So I am just different. And, it could be my thinking is different and how I'm approaching it. But, I always say you can only be you. You just can only be you. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got the Turtle Diary. She says, hey, Dee hey, Dee, glad to catch a live. Congrats. You are always reducing. I am trying to. Slow and steady, though. Slow and steady. So it adds up over time. And that's what I have to hold on to, Turtle Diaries. But, you know how us turtles do it. And, I wonder in real life, does the turtle wish that they could be a cheetah? What do you guys think? Is the turtle wishing that they could be a cheetah, or is the turtle just happy being a turtle? I don't know. I don't know. You're down 80 pounds. Oh, my other weight loss twin. You said I am down 80 pounds this week. I am not much ahead of you. Week to week are very. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm excited for you. I love that. Very, very good. Okay, let's give you some confetti. 80 pounds. Geez, Louise. Okay. All right. Well, you are doing it and doing it and doing it well. I love that. Very good. I am excited for you. Isn't that exciting? 80 pounds down. Love it. She says, Rebecca, you got this. Happy belated birthday. Wait a minute. Did I miss her birthday? Did she say it was her birthday? Geez, Louise. Okay. Did I miss that? I don't know if I missed that in here or not. She says, okay, people are saying hello. I love you guys. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. If it was your birthday, happy birthday. So if I missed your birthday some kind of way, they said it, or people know just from being out and about, and I don't know. Let's say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Love it, love it, love it. I love singing happy birthday. Something about the birthday song that just cheers me up. All right, so what are you guys saying? People are saying hello to, of course, our friend Sweet Tea. Brenda told me she sent something to me. I'm scrolling. Wait a minute. Mariella, how are you? Oh, Mariella, I got to get over there to your lives and to your channel. I keep saying I'm going to get over there. And geez, Louise, that's on my list to get over there and check you out. So don't be surprised if you see the Downsizing Diva coming over there. I just love that. She says, yay, finally made it to a live. Hello, everyone. So I'm going down in this chat. I wanted you guys to let me know, what are you doing? What are you guys doing, for the week ahead? Like, also share some wins. If you're having some wins, people are sharing those. But what is on your agenda for the week ahead? Like, how do you plan to tackle your week, on your health journey, your weight loss journey? I think we saw Taisha saying goodbye. Bye, Taisha. She said the new Matlock with Katie Bates. With Kathy Bates. Okay, I didn't know there was a new Matlock. How could you have a Matlock without what's his name? What is his name that starred in that? I just love him. What is his name? My guy, the Matlock guy. Let me see. What was his name? Now I gotta know. I'm sure you're probably telling me. Oh, it is a new Matlock. Okay. They got a woman up in there. Jeez, Louise. I love Kathy Bates, though. I remember her from, what was that movie she had where she like destroyed the guy's legs, his feet. What movie was that? Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, but I want to know the old Matlock. The old Matlock. What was his name? Geez, Louise. No. Okay, and I have to know. And I thought it was Andy Griffith. I didn't want to say the wrong name. Okay, very good. All right, I'm so into this whole Matlock of it all. Jeez, Louise. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, let me see. I'm scrolling down. People are saying hello. Yeah, the cookie, she said the new Matlock is with Kathy. It's on your watch. You heard it's good, and we got to go support our GLP-1 sister. Is she on a GLP-1? I did not know that. Go, Kathy. I just love that. Okay, I'm going to order me some more before it ends. Yeah, I got to go order one of those sets. That looks so good on you. Now, it may not look good on me, but it looks good on you. So it makes you want to buy it. That's why it's nice to have a model, right? So people can imagine what they could possibly look like in it. So I might have to wear mine when I'm like at your weight, 188, but I'm going to buy it today. How about that? I love it. You said, remember, we are always learning obesity may not just be a lifestyle. Yeah, I don't think obesity, that's what I'm saying. I think obesity, I don't think it is. It's not a lifestyle for most people. Now, for some, I don't think we could say everybody, but for obesity, I think it's a disease for me, for sure. I can be so successful at any other thing I do, and this has just been the one thing. And I never had an answer for it, a medical answer until now. So I do embrace that. And type 2 diabetes could also be genetic, but I've never thought it was genetic with me. But I'm going to have to check and see because, maybe it is. And then I'm still not going to own it, though. I'm still not going to say it. I am not. I'm just going to say I'm a pre-diabetic. I'm just going to stick with that. I was, a diabetic, and now I'm a pre-diabetic is what I usually say. But I do realize there is no cure for it. I just kind of don't want to own that. And I'm sorry, Mayor Mindy, but and that's just me. That's just me. But I do like to say I was in the pre-diabetic range, right? For those people that feel so passionate about it, and people who might listen to my video and think like, oh, I cannot be a diabetic. I did a whole video about that though, where we talked about, once you're a diabetic, are you always a diabetic? And there is no cure. So we know that. All right. So let's see. Downsizing Diva as our mentor and main diva. When are you coming to on our live? We promise we won't interview you. Oh, child. Now I know you were on here last week when I talked about, my how I am with like being on other folks' channels. Like I like to be in my bubble. But we'll chat. We'll chat. We'll chat about it. Let's see. What do you say? Good point. That's correct, Kate. There are 3 primary types of diabetes and up to 6 other subcategories. And I remember you told us there was something about, it was a name that they're giving kids with type 2 diabetes, something like that. Okay, there's even a diabetes. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, all right. Well done, Sandra G. I love that. And it's important to talk about what we can do in remission and what we cannot. The language about diabetes being cured is not accurate. It doesn't describe all types. I don't think I never heard anybody say it could be cured at all. I never heard that, like in this community. Maybe people are saying that, but I remember doing a live about it. And yeah, there is no cure. There is no cure. It's just management and treatment with this GLP-1, but you can manage it without the GLP-1. And I know GLP-1s are great, but I think people want to, put the claim to fame for GLP-1s to every single thing. And you can, but there are people managing things without the GLP-1. There really is. And I know some of those people. And I know people who have done that before. Now, let's see if they come back around and, they're not able to maintain it. That's the hard part. And I guess, the more people, maintaining it, even the people who've gotten down to their maintenance weight loss, that's why I give a lot of credit to, Simply Taisha, the Patrice Denise, who are maintaining on these GLP-1s, like at their healthy weight, and building, muscle and doing the body comp and all those things, because, when you're in the process of something, it's a little bit easier, but when you're not in it, it's a little bit more difficult. But I think that we have to start using language to me, and this is what I like to do. That's like, projecting out some positivity and some hope for people, but not saying the facts incorrectly. So I always want to be factual and actual. But I am going to say, you know, if my category changed in my diabetic level, I'm going to focus on that. And when I get down to, you know, where I'm out of the diabetic level, I realize I'm still, you know, considered a type 2 diabetic. It's always going to be in my medical history, always going to be in my medical chart. But, you know, I do want to give people hope that, you know, some people who hang on to your every word, and when it's, especially when it's not a positive one too. And I don't want to be one of those channels where I'm giving out, you know, making people feel the gloom and doom of it all, because no, I want to celebrate that people are feeling good. And it's a space for that, right? To have challenges and need support. But I think that we have to be positive. That's my goal on here, to be positive. And I feel like we want to label everything. I think labeling everything also makes people stuck in whatever they are in. Like, you know, I'm not one of those people that wants to have the labels of it all, which, in being an educator, I think that's one of the things that it has exhausted me on. Like, everything has a label, everything has an acronym, you know, and every little emotion people experience one week is this, and the next week they have this long drawn out name for it. And I think that's great that people are studying things, but I think sometimes people are studying things to write books and collect money. I really do. Honestly, I do. So let me not get off on that tangent, because that'll be a book I'll be buying. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. I wish these GLP-1s were available for my mom and her heart and diabetes all those years ago. I know. I agree. Pam says she's meal prepping for the week. She plans to track her meals, and she's walking 7K steps a day. 7K steps a day. I love that. Very good. Let's get some confetti. We love it. All right, let's scroll down. All right, anybody else celebrating anything? Wait a second. Okay, wait. Misery. That was the name. You're right. It was Misery. I love that. Very good. Dee, I haven't said it yet, I don't think, but those glasses you're wearing are my favorite. So these are the glasses that make the text look bigger. Thank you. They make the text and the profile pics of it all, so I can see you a lot better. Okay, very good. Mayor Mindy says, I'm lifting 3 times per week and getting 10 to 12K steps per day. Easy cardio on other days. Oh my gosh, hubby has already prepped my lunches for the week, working on adding muscle. Mayor Mindy, geez Louise, this is why you are the mayor. You are doing it well. I love it, Mayor Mindy. Very good. I'm gonna contact you to be my my diabetic coach. I'm gonna contact you. You can be my my resident diabetic coach. I love it. All right. Get me together, Mindy. Just get me together. Dee, I'm about to order some more Hyuga. It did not take a long time for you to receive it either. Me either. You know, mine came. I gotta try those babies on. All right, very good. We love that. Thank you. Kay, about your mom. Yes, it's heartbreaking to think all those. I know. And you know, GLP-1s are great. They are. You know, I can't say enough about it. But I also you know, I also can see people just going like over the top. It's like, relax. But it's hard to relax like a Joe when you've gotten your life back. And I mean, I guess some of these video titles and things I'm seeing, and I have to start saying to myself, are people really doing things for the clicks and views of it all? I think that's what I have to start saying to myself. And I do say, when people tell me a title or something they saw somebody's video, and I'll say, are they doing it for the clicks and views? I think sometimes people are. And if you're on a YouTube and you're a YouTube creator, I don't really want to judge that, because I know that, you know, that's what, you know, people, you know, that's how you get people to watch your videos. But sometimes I just think like, be a straight shooter. I don't know. That's what I think. Geez, Louise. Well, you know, it'll be interesting. See, this is the thing. This is how you know. Now, some people I've heard, now I don't know, I guess it depends on insurance companies and how they differ. But I know some people have said on these lives that they're not, because they were out of it when we first started. So maybe this changed now. This was back when I first was, a content creator. So people were saying that when they were no longer in the diabetic category, that their Mounjaro was dropped. Now, my doctor said that's probably not going to happen because, that's what you're using to manage the diabetes. So I could totally see that, as the case. So it'll be interesting, why would an insurance company, if this is, that we know, and, we know that there's no cure, you manage it, right? And so why would an insurance company, once your level got down to 5.5 and below, why would they drop you off of the insurance? Like, isn't that something you can appeal? So I'm not really worried about that. But if that is, I'm going to be having all kind of research to come up with it. So just because I'm not giving it power in the words of it, that doesn't mean I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That I'm in my insurance company also knows that. So you shouldn't have to claim you're a type 2 diabetic. It's, you got the medical, the lab work to back that up, right? So that wouldn't be something you wouldn't have to claim. It would be actual and factual. And if there's no cure, which is actual and factual, you really should be able to stay on it as long as you need to treat, the treatment for it. So I'd be interested in, though, people that were a type 2. I want this study. People that were a type 2 diabetic that got off of the medication when they, their diabetes were under control. And I would like to see how those people do in 2 and 3 years. And I would also like to see somebody else who had the comorbidity of obese added to that and how they did. You know what I'm saying? With that. So it's a lot of studies that you could do. We know we're all different, but if you do a sampling and a study, I think that's great information to know. But we know with this day and age, the lifestyle part is so hard. It's so hard to maintain. And especially if you have the disease of obesity, which I have, but I'm one of those people. I would try to do it without the meds to see if I can do it. I'm one of those people that would try that. I just know myself. Now, will I do it? I've kind of changed my mind over time. And I think that's the great thing is being, if you're a lifelong learner, which I, say that I am, you got to be open to change and doing something different and learning some things. And I'm open to that. So we'll see. But what is the turtle diary saying? Still working on increasing my activity post-surgery back up to 5K steps per day. Lifted twice this week. Tracking and eating at least 150 grams of protein. You are doing it. I love that. Very good. Very good. I love it. I love it. Good for you. That is so good. So you're increasing your activity. I love that. Somebody just ordered some Ayuga as we've been sitting here on this live. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Kate is starting week 6 in maintenance and have stayed right under that weight. Wow, very good. Without slipping too low. It feels like standing in the middle of a teeter-totter to stay balanced. I'm going to give you some confetti for that. I love that because I am telling you, maintaining your weight is probably harder than losing, I would guess, for some people. I just think that's amazing when people can do that because, when you're actively losing, you have a goal. So that's why I give you, and I also, Mindy, I don't know if Mindy, are you at your goal, your weight goal? I don't know if you're at your weight goal, but I feel like you're in maintenance for some reason. But whatever you're doing, I just love all of that. I think you guys are doing great. Thank you, ladies. Sorry for the delayed response. I'm struggling to see the chat in the sun and my hands are full of paint. That's okay. I feel you, Dee Dee. I am no longer obese, but I struggle with the disease of obesity. Yes, 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 yes. Well, I'm still obese and I'm still struggling with the disease of obesity. But yes, so are you going to call yourself once you're obese, are you always obese? That's what I want to know too. I know they went to that conference. I'm interested in all that. You know who I'm going to call up? My girl Allie from Fit Flavor Fun. I want to call her up because we're supposed to be getting together to do something. But she's on this stuff. So if you're listening, Allie, let us know. Let us know. Geez, Louise, once you're obese, are you always obese? I guess if you have the disease of obesity, you're just managing it with treatment, right? Geez, Louise, so I got so much to manage. Oh my God. Geez, Louise. So yeah, I agree. So we have to. Is that a fact? We got to find that out. But I feel like that though, Pamela. Yes, I feel like that. I'm no longer. Well, I still am obese, but I do have the disease of obesity, and yeah. But I'm not gonna go around and saying. I'm not gonna go around saying that. Outside of here, unless it comes up, I'm not going to wear it like a badge of honor. But if somebody says something to me about this GLP-1, I'm definitely going to have to, educate them on the disease of obesity because, I don't think a lot of people understand. But I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder if once you have the disease of obesity, is it forever, right? Forever, ever? I think protein shakes have gotten out of hand, to be honest. Muscle requires a lot of stimulus to grow. So just consuming high protein without ripping the fibers, lifting won't do too much. Okay, all right. So do you think the protein intakes have gotten out of hand? Muscle requires a lot of stimulus to grow. So just consuming. So you think people are consuming high protein and not necessarily exercising and strength training enough? Is that what you're saying? And that could be true. Who are you watching that's doing that? Inquiring minds want to know. All right, people are saying, congratulations and wishing well to Sweet Tea. We love that for her. Let's see, Tracy Davis. Hi, Tracy. How are you? GLP-1 Journey in Review. How are you? She says, hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Bellflower, when I was lifting often but eating high protein, I gained my body fat. You must lift if you consume so much protein. Was it? Oh, okay. What isn't used is stored. Okay, so you were lifting often but eating high protein and you gain body fat. Okay, so you must lift if you consume so much protein. Okay, that's a great tip. Thank you for that. All right, very good. Now, I'm not heavy on the protein because I'm struggling to get to that 120 on most days. So I don't think I would have that problem, but I bet you some people do. I bet you some people do. That's why I say, you got to get that DEXA scan, especially for that visceral fat and just to see what's really going on with you. Okay, she said, oh, GLP-1 journey. She said, let me come in here and chime in on this. A diabetic in remission is still a diabetic. Yes, right. We know that you're always a diabetic, but insurance should still cover. Insurance should still cover. Yeah, people were saying that it did not cover. People were saying that when they reached when their diabetic range got to the normal range, the insurance were telling them no more Mounjaro for you. So why is that? And I wonder why they couldn't appeal it. And this was when I was doing lives early on, it would be people in there saying that. So that was almost over a year ago. So I wonder if it has changed now. And because I'm in the pre-diabetic range, my A1C as of the last time I got it checked wasn't in the normal range yet. So I wonder what's going to happen for me and my insurance. Are they going to try to boot me off? And they shouldn't, right? If this is a treatment and you're continually, they don't, when your blood pressure is managed under those blood pressure meds, they don't boot you off. And I know that because my dad is on them. And, his blood pressure is often within normal range with the medication, and they don't boot him off. So, I just think these meds are a tricky thing. I really do. I think they're a tricky thing. This is like a conversation, though, for another day. For another day. Let's see. You said my weight went up slightly this week, but the details indicated my lean muscle mass increases and your body fat decreased, so I believe it. Very good. Yes. Okay. Your weight went up slightly this week, but details indicated your lean muscle mass increased and your body fat decreased. All right. Very good. Let's give you some confetti for that. Very good. I love that. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let's see. What are we saying? Bellflower says, my doctor says she would never report the positive. Really? Just because the insurance is tricky. See, I haven't gotten to that point where, she's still reporting what I'm doing. So I always wonder when I get to that, and so many people are in the normal range or their A1C is really down low and they're still able to get the Mounjaro. So I wonder if their doctor is just not if their doctor is not reporting it. I wonder. This is interesting combo. Last night I tried Japanese walking thing. Liked it. Alternating. Is that what, I've been seeing a lot of commercials about this. Alternating 3 minutes of fast walk and 3 minutes of slow walk for 30 minutes. It'll be interesting to see what kind of a difference I might see and feel. Okay, very good. Is this that commercial I've been seeing all the time? Let's see. Uh, okay. What is this? Spoil it, pooch, spa, and groom. Off the subject. I love lipstick you wore on the side effects video. Please share the brand and name on the side effects video. Okay. I got to remember. All right. I'm going to put it on my community post. I'll look it up because I'm not really a person who wears lipstick, but did I wear it in that video? Was it a reddish kind of tone to it? Let me see. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll have to put it on my community post. That's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, so she says, you nailed it, Dee Dee. We have to start talking about the management of disease. Insurance companies want to make things temporary that require management. I know. I don't know why they do that. I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about that. Jeez, Louise. Tracy Davis says, oh my gosh, jeez, Louise. Oh my gosh. She says, I'm down 100 pounds. I went from a 24 in women's clothing to a size 12 in the missus size. Oh my goodness. Hold up. You got to celebrate that. Jeez, Louise. Oh my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. I love that. I just love that for you. I will say, when people come in with the 20 pounds, the 10 pounds, I'm excited about that too. But the 100 pounds, I really get excited about that because I am on that 100-pound loss journey. And I know like what it takes to get there. It's just a lot of work because once you get to a certain amount of pounds, your body just wants to stop. And even Fit Flavor Fun, Allie has said that, and she's lost 130. And when she's just having a difficult time now, not a difficult time, but the weight loss has slowed down. And it happens to everybody. And I'm sure it's never an all. So I shouldn't say everybody. It happens to some people, a lot of people. And geez, Louise, so for you to hang in there and just don't quit, which was the name of this kind of brings everything full circle. Was the name of this live. I love it. So did we give you some confetti? Because we're going to give you some more, Tracy Davis. Congratulations to you. All right. So Rebecca says a year is enough time to allow yourself to lose another 15 to 20 pounds without being under too much pressure. I love that. I just appreciate Dee Dee and your whole community. You are so also special. Your birthday was October 10th. Well, I'm glad we were able to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Love that, Rebecca. I got to remember Rebecca Romeo. I love the name too. Okay, so I gotta go here because I am getting ready to send my daughter. I see you guys. Wait a minute, we got lovely Ale in here. She says, I asked my insurance company would they drop me once my A1C got to normal, and they said no. As long as medication is controlling the diabetes, they will continue to cover it. So I don't know if those people, because it was so newer, well, not so newer, but it was newer almost a year and a half ago. If that's why people were saying that they got dropped. But I'm sure some insurance companies are going to do it because they're looking for a way to get us off of it. I finally got a DEXA scan. What? Your visceral fat was 1.55. Your lean mass is 91.5. Fat mass 23%. 40% was your RMR. Oh my gosh, your RMR is not 40%. Your fat mass, your lean mass was 91.5. Your fat mass was 63.2. Your RMR is 1,281 from 186 pounds. You're 159.2. That is excellent. Let's give you some confetti. Oh, wait, why did I do that? All right. Yay! Excellent, excellent. Yay! You got that Dexa, that Dexa, that Dexa. Do it and do it and do it, do it, do it. It's right here. It's right there. Doris got her Dexa scan everywhere. I love that. Very good. Congratulations to you. I hope that confirmed what you were already doing. Yeah, that Japanese walking is a thing. Mindy, do you know anything about that? I've seen so many commercials. Wait a minute. Mindy is saying Tracy is her weight loss twin. I've lost 108 and went from 24 to 10, 12. Isn't life so fantastic now? I love that. I love it, love it, love it. Very good. Very good. Weight loss twins. It's nice to have a weight loss twin. It's like someone you can relate to on this journey. All right, all right. Wait a second. Hold up. Just before I was about to leave, my guy Round Mountain Zepbound stopped in and said, likely insurance companies are trying to force TD2 to something that is cheaper, like insulin, once they meet an acceptable A1C with a GLP-1. It always comes down to money. Yes, 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 yes. And I didn't even think of that. They're trying to get you to that insulin because it's cheaper. Right. So I guess too, but you're also that Mounjaro could also be helping with your, if you have other comorbidities, so that a disease of obesity that I have, that would probably keep me on there. But I wonder what about those people who don't have the disease of obesity because, my dad, I'm gonna say my dad didn't have the disease of obesity. He was never obese. He was always a slim and trim guy. When people saw him, they thought he was in the best health ever based on looks, but he had all the things going on, but he was also, he smoked cigarettes. He was, he just indulged in a lot of health, nothing drugs or anything like that. No, but he just had an unhealthy lifestyle. A lot of people are smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol. And in addition to that, they're eating terribly. So all of that, those are the lifestyle things that affect you as a type 2 diabetic. And for me, I just had the one thing going on, which was the unhealthy eating and the sugar of it all. Like I have a sweet tooth. But if you throw all those other things in there that people are doing in addition to that, I mean, gosh, that makes it so hard to tackle. So I just say to everybody, we are on the mission to improve our health. And I just say, stay positive, stay positive, stay positive. Like that, that's what I'm trying to do on mine. On my journey. And, it does get discouraging. And, Turtle Diaries is in here. She can relate to that. It gets discouraging when you're not dropping like 1 or 2 or 3 pounds a week, or, and you're trying to do all the things and you're not dropping. And even with me with my A1C, like when the last time I went, I was actually up a point, not down. And I was just like, and I thought, I'm not going to get discouraged. And I think for me, my mindset and the words I say to myself is what drives me, because if I said to myself like, dag, I did this, or dag, I did that, or labeled it as a thing, in my mind, I would be thinking that way. So that just works for me. But, it's a mental thing. It really is. It really is. It kind of be a mental struggle. Okay. So yes, Turtle Diaries is agreeing. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. All right. So I hope insurance companies, let's not even talk about it, because I don't want them getting any ideas. They probably already have the ideas. All right. So I want to know about this Japanese walking, because in the first study it published, it was in Japan in 2007. My husband said it's really not a thing that people there do. It's just a trendy name for interval walking. Wow. So is this kind of like you were on the treadmill, like you run at a certain pace or walk at a certain pace and then you slow it down. There is this commercial, and I'm telling you, Mindy, have you seen it? Are the most beautiful, and I would say, I don't know if they're Japanese, people, they're talking about this walking, and they are in perfect shape. I think it's AI. Is that AI? That has to be AI. And what threw me off is they got the black woman in one of them talking to the lady. And I'm like, no, this black lady, I think she's AI too. She doesn't have the perfect body or anything like they do. But I'm telling you, I think these people are AI. This commercial, when I get off here, it's going to be all up in my feed for it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. I'm like, geez, Louise, these Japanese folks are following me around. All right, Mindy. So that clears that up for us because I was wondering, like, what is this a thing? I was gonna look it up to know. Okay, I thought so. I'm like, these people, their body is so perfect. That AI is pretty tricky. It's pretty tricky. Yeah. Okay, I gotta go. All right, thank you guys. Thank you everybody that stopped it. If you're a content creator, really quick, if you stuck around in here, drop your mic in the chat so I can put you on the screen so people can go and check out your channel. Sometimes I might forget to do that. So put that on the screen. If you want to drop your mic in the chat before I get out of here. Let's see. You know, I did want to say I don't see her in here today, but what's her name? I don't want to mess up her channel name. Real Journal Talk with V. Real Journal Talk with V. I don't know. I don't think she's in here today, but I want to give her a huge shout out because she did she sent me an email about something to just kind of let me know something was going on during the last live, like, you know, and it was not anything bad at all. She just wanted to kind of give me a heads up about something I had on my you know, channel, just kind of making sure I wanted to have that up. So I appreciate that. Real journal Talk with V, even though she's not in here. But wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. We got Losing It Gray. She says, hey, DD Divas and Divos, I'm celebrating on becoming an auntie. My sweet niece was born. What in the what? I love that for you. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. Happy birthday to that little one. Happy born day. Okay, so here are our content creators. We got Joe, Slim and Sleep and Slim. I always want to say Slim first. Joe, Sleep and Slim Down Journey. We got Kata saying bye. We got Perfectly Pamela. We've got let's see, we've got, oh wait, hey Shay, I don't think I said hello to you. I didn't see you in here. She said take care, name twin. Thank you for stopping in, Shay. All right, we got the mics, the singing mics from the Turtle Diaries. We got Jade to the Sea. Go check out her channel too. We got Round Mound. Round Mound is also doing a mentality. I think it's tomorrow it's on Tuesday, right? It's on Tuesday at 9. And you know, it's funny because I said Tuesdays are off. You know, I'm off YouTube on Tuesdays, Thursdays, just because, you know, I'm in mom mode. And, you know, that's my daughter's designated homework nights. But she's usually in the bed by 9 o'clock. So I am going to get over there and check that out. But I just think doing things with the men is great. I think it's great, you know. So, yeah, he's Lester Houghton it over there. So check out the Round Mound of Zepbound, and Harjareen has her microphone. Check out her channel. Check her out doing those planks over there. I absolutely love it. Speaking of planks, I know Simply Taisha was in here. Go check out her channel. She is doing the planks over there. I love that for her. You know, she's on what? I'm gonna say what? She's on day 12, right? Because it's the 12th. And man, she's doing it. Jeez, Louise Harjareen was doing it with that cute outfit on from Ayuga. So let's go get one of those. Use the code Diva25 to get that 25% off. For some reason, they're letting me stack coupons. So thank you, Ayuga. I'll take that. We got Harjareen with the mics. Let's see. Thank you, Pamela. She says, thank you. Losing It Grays is a content creator in here too. She's excited. Look at that. And Mariella 360, go check her out. She's also a content creator. And Mariella, my goal this week is to get over there on your channel in some way, shape, or form. So thank you for everyone that stuck in there with me. Thank you for making this a great end of my week and starting to my new one. And watch out for my video. I got another video coming out. I think I'm going to put it out because I got to get my sleep. I think I might put it out in the tomorrow, not in the morning. Yeah, I might schedule it for in the morning to come out if I could get it out tonight. But thank you for the support. Love you guys. Happy Sunday. Bye.